You reaching for something. It's all good, though. Keep going. Reaching heavy.
A lot happened in Game 3 of Boston Celtics and Golden State Warriors, and I'm not even talking about the actual teams going against each other. I'm talking about Draymond Green and everything that came with him. After having a poor game where he fouled out after 35 minutes with a whopping 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a lot of chants throughout the Boston crowd that went along the lines of F you Draymond after, all the situations that have been with Draymond and, Grant Williams, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. But his wife actually took to Instagram and basically just saying, it was a long paragraph, but she basically just said how wrong it was and that their kids were there, and the Boston crowd was calling him lots of names in front of their kids. But not only that, the video that you are all here for is Draymond getting into it with the reporter after the game, where the reporter asked a question basically saying, does Draymond feel like he's giving away too much on his podcast, and that, other coaches and other team personnel could be getting information from his podcast, and Draymond definitely disagreed with what he had to say. But let me know in the comment section, do you feel like other teams could get information from Draymond Green's podcast that he does after every game? But here is the full video.
Draymond, I'm not saying it's why you struggled tonight by any means, but I found listening to your podcast recaps the last couple of games pretty interesting. Are you conscious at all of what you're saying about the X's and O's, the game plans, the adjustments could be making their way back to Boston staffers and influencing their decision-making at all?
Nah. I don't say much different on the podcast than I say to you right here. So, nah. What's the X's and O's that I said on the podcast? You all right?
He actually asked. The only real thing I noticed that really stood out was he talked about how to cover White, Smart, and Horford differently between games 1 and 2. That was really only.
Oh, yeah, that was just contesting shots. If that's X's and O's, then you reaching for something. It's all good, though. Keep going. Reaching heavy. The only thing, you find that they are taking X's and O's away from your podcast. The only thing you said is White, Smart, and Horford.
I'm not trying to blow it up.
I mean, you went for it, but
yeah.
Hey, respect. Appreciate the podcast promo you just gave me, though. The Draymond Green show. Next time, just mention it that way.
You got it.
All right, bet.
Monty in the middle here.
Draymond, what most disappointed you about the way you guys played tonight and yourself?
I was soft. That's what was most disappointing to me for us. Monty, how much X's and O's you get from the podcast? Clearly, this guy, hey, I don't know, man. Maybe that's the IQ level over this way. Shit. Respect.
Okay.
You got something else, Monty? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.